Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Anne and it's been a while sis, like it's been a hot minute. Kwenzeke ntona? Dienda. I went on leave, I went home. When I went home guys, like I don't want to film, I don't want to do nothing. So I've just been chilling, whatever, doing nothing. I guess I'm back. The on call, I haven't been on call in the past like 2 weeks. It feels really weird because I always have like back-to-back calls because I'm constantly doing like extra overtime doors way too. So yeah, so that's why I haven't been posting. Other than that, yes, I have so many video suggestions, so many of everything. Like I'm just like I just need to find the time to film. I am currently a medical officer, but anyways, it's a small hospital in the Eastern Cape, in a small town. It's not that small. In a small town where okay, you can say it's small. I studied at Wits University. Nothing really special. I started from first year. I got into medicine from first year, and so I started in 2012, and then I graduated 2017. Started my internship in 2018. So yeah, after studying internship, I did my internship in Springs, just basically in the East Rand. I picked a regional hospital because I didn't see the point of, personally, this is just my personal opinion. There's nothing wrong with picking a tertiary hospital to work in during internship, but personally, from my experience and what I saw, a lot of people who were in the tertiary hospitals weren't getting that much independence, and there was just so much competition with the students, with the registrars. So from my personal experience, people who did the internship in like tertiary hospitals didn't get that much independence, to the point where when they move on to Comserve, it's lit. Like, so personally for me, when I finished and graduated, the goal was to find a smaller nyana hospital, but I picked regional because regional sort of, there's independence, but there's also supervision, right? Because you don't want to be left alone in thrown with a pack of wolves into the wilderness. So the one thing that regional hospitals will offer you is, it's basically a form of supervision, as much as it does offer you that a bit of independence, so that you're more comfortable, and also exposure because there's not a lot of people to compete with. It was cool. Like, my experience with intern was fine, man. Like, like whenever I come across interns as don't even go, oh my gosh, this is payback. Like, is for supervisor and whatnot. But other than that, way too, I learned a lot of things. I made sure I did my C-sections. There's things that you shouldn't skip, and there's things that are just necessary. People cheat with log books but thinking that they're gonna get away with it. For example, because I know ONG is the one specialty that a lot of people don't like. So people will cheat their way out of having done, vaginal deliveries, out of having done C-sections, ne? And they'll just get people to sign for them. We all know this happens because they know that they won't be specializing in ONG, or they don't want anything to do with ONG. A lot of people will lie about, and say they've done things that they haven't done, and sort of get away with that. And the one thing I'd advise you to do, whether you end up in a regional or a tertiary hospital, make sure that you actually do everything that is required. I mean, personally, I don't like ortho like that much. Like, I just don't like, and I thought I would be good at it. Actually good with anatomy, but it was almost like the opposite, sis. Like, I used to hey, I used to, did you fagi pop or back slab? Like, sometimes I just be like, where should it end? Like, I just remember struggling. Like, I don't know why I struggled with ortho. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, but I was just like, Lord, like, let me get through this vlog. Like, I just need to know how to put in a back slab. I know I won't do orthos, I know I won't, but I just need to know the minimum, like the bare minimum, to be able to save a life, or to be able to not do any harm. And that is immobilize, and that is backslap with open fractures, know how to wash, after washing, know how to put in a back slab and things like that. So there's things that are just necessary that you can't like avoid. So yeah, like personally for me, those that authors was just the worst. It was just the worst. And authors' specialty is not bad at all. It was just so busy, so many preps, so many hips, so many knees, drills, nails, like authors was just not my favorite. I don't even want to lie about it. It just wasn't my favorite specialty to have to navigate. But during internship, but I did it anyways. Like, the one mistake that I did personally, the hospital where I worked in, like the MO would do the topic ayenze yedwa futhi and just have a scrub sister assist, yabo. So we weren't really, how do I put it, exposed to topics as much. So I could do a Caesar by the time, like I did like 20 C-sections, like I was good and was a pro by the end. So the issue was with topics like that. I'd never really done one during internship, and that was my biggest regret because that's something I had to learn during Comserve. And obviously it's just like embarrassing. And there wasn't a lot of topics when I was doing internship. So I sort of could get away with not assisting, with not, seeing one and things like that. Whereas during Comserve, topics where I am, I don't know why they're so common in Eastern Cape. They're like bread and butter. Like we have nights where we have 3 topics like back to back. Like it's just shocking. It's shocking. So that's the advice I would have, that just because your hospital doesn't offer you exposure like that to a certain segment or section doesn't mean that, if anything, that's what you should focus on. And that's what you should make sure that, okay, if there is one, I should do it. If there is a C-section, I should be the one to do it. I know a lot of people from tertiary hospitals struggle to even get a C-section. They scraping and fighting with the registrars just to cut. So that's something that's the advice I'd give, I guess, to interns. Yeah, other than that, going on to Comserve, the thing about Comserve is that, or the annoying thing is that you can be put wherever. So you might say you don't like ONG, and end up in ONG the whole year. And you don't have a choice because Bati is an area of need. So that's what happened to me. I thought I was gonna be put in like surgery or like something else, man, like internal med. Ended up in ONG during Comserve. Had to face not the dreaded topic, but I had to start to learn how to do an ectopic, to operate and things like that. The ectopic, even though I knew how to do C-sections. Moving forward, I realized that so some hospitals you'll do half and half, so they'll put you for 6 months in one block, 6 months in another, or casualty. I did the whole year in ONG, and let me tell you, the pits. But ONG is a good specialty. Like it's one of my top 3s actually. Like it's just, I don't like working much. Guys, like like I don't see myself working too hard. So if it didn't have umsebenzi ongakaya, like maybe, but I can't. That's not my life. That's not the life I want for myself. So yeah, that's the thing. I did ONG doing Comserve, and then I moved on. I finished Comserve last year, May. And now, ever since I've been a medical officer, casualty medical officer, I do gynae calls, which is just, when with rural, I'll get to the cons. So one of the cons is that sometimes the departments basically in the hospital are short-staffed. Then you end up being put wherever. So you basically have to know everything. So because I had gynae experience or ONG experience, I got put and was told that I have to do gynae calls. So I am a casualty officer by day. I do gynae calls by night. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I don't mind casualty. Casualty is like emergency medicine, trauma. We see everything. Basically, you see everything. So basically, what I do on a day-to-day, I go to casualty. There's a whole handover round of the patients that are still remaining there in casualty. We then see patients coming from home. If we think that they fit enough to go home, we see them discharged, give them treatment. If they're not fit enough and are meant to be admitted, we refer to the respective department, surgical, gynae, tonton, maternal med, whichever department that they fall into. And basically, if it's an emergency trauma type case, we stabilize and then refer. So the nice thing about working in casualty is that you don't have patients of your own. It's an emergency medicine department, so we don't own any patients. They come and they go. Like, that's the nice thing about it. There's no people who are sitting there like that are your people that you have to see the next day and whatnot. You see them, you send home, they come back for MOPD or whatever. But so yeah, that's the nice thing about it. But I guess the only disadvantage to casualty or working in the emergency medicine department is that there's no continuity. Like, sometimes you see a patient, you manage them, and you're just like, I wish I could see how they are now. Like, you can't see them progress and, gradually, get better and, change, whatever. So this year, wrote a diploma, and I passed. So I passed. I got my diploma in HIV management. Or is it HIV management? Didn't I learn the guys? I'm a certified lady. Hello. So I got my certificate of it. So basically I got my diploma in HIV management in South Africa 2022. And the whole purpose of me doing that, obviously, now when you're a medical officer, that's when you work towards getting a rich post. So I did the diploma because it increases the chances of one getting into dermatology, which is where I want to go and where I see myself going. And if you want to be a GP as well, so it's also advantageous. So I was like, if I end up a GP, whatever. So now I'm currently like chilling, basically going to work, coming back. Hopefully, the whole goal is to get a post in derms. I know it's hard. I know it's the connections are disgusting, but so maybe if I end up not getting it, I'll end up changing my mind. Like, I'll go and look at second options when it comes to what I actually want to specialize in eventually. So for now, it's Operation Try Get into Derm. For the next, I think I'm giving myself a year or two. If it doesn't happen, then yeah, I'll see. I'm hoping to also get a diploma in aesthetic medicine. So yeah, I don't mind the aesthetic route, but I don't know. I need to speak to people who are actually doing it, because I don't know if you actually need like initial cash to like set up the whole thing. But yeah, I'm hoping to do that. But intake is only next year. So I think by next year I will have saved up enough money to do that. And see where that goes. So yeah, that is the current situation. That is where I am with my life right now. I really don't want to fall into this. Like, my biggest fear is chronic MOing. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I want to be an MO like all my life. And yeah, I don't know if I have the balls to go into GP work, like, and hustle, like, because the only thing I would need is just a practicing license, of which that is just, it's just 7K to get it, because you just need a week's course, and it's just like 7,000 to get that whole dispensing license, in order for one to be a GP. But yeah, so those are the things that I'm currently looking into. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm going through. One place where I don't want to fall into currently in my life is that I don't want to feel stuck, and that's where a lot of people kind of find themselves, especially with the government not like opening up more or registrar posts, or funding for more registrar posts. Yeah, I hope if you have any questions, this is just me like ranting, like not even ranting, sort of an overview to my journey as a doctor the past couple of years. So yeah, okay, guys, if you have any questions, make sure you just link them down below, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye. Thanks for watching.